Hey ladies, have you made money mistakes in your 40s, even early 50s, and want to make changes in your life today just to make your life better? Today, I'm going to get a little personal with you. I'm going to share with you money mistakes I made in my 40s, even my early 50s, and share with you what I'm doing differently now. I'm Dion of Dee-Lightful Wealth Creation, and I've paid off $60,000 plus of debt, which included credit card, car loans, student loans, even the IRS. And I've made mistakes along the way, and I'm still on my journey to financial freedom. So if you're starting late or you think you're starting behind, I want you to know you are not alone. And there's still time to turn things around. So let's get started. When I was in my 40s, I thought I was doing everything that I needed to do just to survive. It was 2008. It was the beginning of the recession, and things were really bad for me and my family financially. I went back to school. I became a nurse. I picked up student loans. While I was in nursing school, I had to file bankruptcy because I couldn't afford the debts that I had because I had no work and I had a young daughter at the time. I also continued my education, went on to further my education in nursing, took out more student loans, and picked up more debt. One of my biggest mistakes that I made regarding the debt was cashing out my 403b. Big mistake. That was my retirement money, which is very similar to a 401k. I thought I was making a smart money move, and I ended up right back in debt and with very little cushion for retirement. That was a big mistake. It was quite disheartening, and I was so disappointed in myself for making that poor financial decision. The other mistake that I've made is I fell for those so-called investment opportunity, which would give you a high interest passive income. And it turned out to just be fraudulent. It was a big scam. It was a big rug pull. And I lost money in that. And I left that experience feeling very ashamed. I felt like I lost my confidence where I don't think I really knew how to manage my money efficiently. Another mistake. I shared my big dreams of financial freedom with family and friends, and sometimes that is not wise to do. Their doubt in my ability really sank my spirit. It just discouraged me so much. Their question of, well, are you sure you'll be able to do that? Are you going to work yourself to death to be able to do those things? Doesn't that sound risky to you? It really discouraged me. And I ended up veering off the path for the vision that I had for my life. Now, this is not their fault. It's mine for allowing the self-doubt to come in. But these things are real, and I'm just sharing with you mistakes that I've made. I'll give you an example. After I paid off the 60,000 in the debt, I still had some debt left, but I really wanted to work on paying off my mortgage. Not that I was going to try and do it overnight. I knew it would take time, but I wanted to be aggressive with paying down the mortgage. And again, the discouragement came from two people in particular, a friend and a relative. And they were like, are you going to work yourself to death? That's not possible. It's not possible. And I veered off the path. And I just want to share with you. You know what those two individuals did after they discouraged me? They hustled and they paid their mortgages off. I laugh. It's not really funny, but just to go and just to show you that it's not always good to share your visions. Anyway, just sharing my experience. All these experiences that I just shared with you, they all left me feeling overwhelmed. I felt ashamed, very embarrassed, and I really felt stuck financially. Like, how can I get out of this situation? But here's what I want you to know. It is not too late. At 55, I am doing things differently, and you can too. So first of all, I am being very strategic and intentional with my money. In other words, every dollar has a job. Every decision is tied to my big picture, my big vision, my big goal for myself, which is being financially stable, which would lead to financial freedom, having abundance, and living a just quiet, peaceful life. And you need to decide what vision for your life you really want. Don't be distracted by the reels that you see out there where people are buying this big house or this car and doing different expensive things. That if that's your vision, it's okay. That's not a vision for me. I kind of want to slow down. I don't want to work as hard as I do, and I want to be able to spend more time with my family, have peaceful living. I just want to be like in a slower pace area, country living, growing my food, being able to run my business where I just have internet and a laptop where I can work anywhere in the world and spend more quality time with my family. That's the vision that I have for myself. And for me, that is freedom. You have to decide what is freedom for you. The other thing that I'm doing, I'm guarding my dreams. I no longer share my big dreams or big ideas with everybody. What I've learned to do more of is pray. I've always prayed, but I'm learning to pray more. I'm learning to reflect on my life more. And I seek God for guidance in the plans that I have. And one of the biggest things is I know God loves me. I've always known that. And He has dreams for me, visions for me, and plans for my life. But I also learned and really just more reassured is that God, I can share anything with Him. All of my plans I can share with Him, all of my ideas. And I don't have to worry about Him discouraging me, not unless it's something that is not His plan. And I don't have to worry about Him sharing my secrets. God keeps secrets. I'm also avoiding distractions. Remember I mentioned the fake investment opportunities that cost me money? I'm avoiding distractions. Sometimes not every opportunity that presents itself to you is for you. Sometimes these are just pretty traps disguised as blessings. So just be careful and use discernment. I'm also educating myself more. I'm educating myself constantly, actually. I'm always reading. I'm reading books that from authors who have achieved what I am looking to achieve, and I'm learning the valuable information that they have to share by reading their books, taking courses. I also listen to financial experts on podcasts, and not just about finances, also about self-development and growth for emotional resilience and how to improve myself overall. So I'm constantly educating myself, learning more about business, about entrepreneurship, because this is also very new for me. So these are the things that I'm studying, trying to educate myself more for wealth building. And I'm also stepping out of my comfort zone. I am an introvert at heart, and doing this YouTube channel, putting my face out there to the world, is stepping out of my comfort zone. But what I have learned is the more I do it, the more I become comfortable, the more I research, the more knowledgeable I become, and I feel more confident and reassured in myself. So sometimes we just have to do the hard things. And most importantly, we need to choose the uncomfortable truth and avoid the easy lie. We just have to put ourselves out there and just do it hard and do it scared. I'm working on building my business and taking smarter risk. And most importantly, I am giving myself grace. In other words, I'm not beating myself up on past mistakes. I'm just learning from them. And I'm willing to share those mistakes with others if it will help you avoid making the same mistake, and also be able to help build confidence in others as well. Because healing finances, or healing the financial mistakes, is just like anything else, healing from anything else. It takes time. So give yourself some grace. If you're watching this and you're feeling behind, you're feeling embarrassed or ashamed for the money mistakes that you have made, or you're just feeling just tired about this paycheck to paycheck situation that you're in, I want you to know that I see you and I am you. I want to invite you to start fresh with me. It is never too late to turn things around. It's never too late for you to believe in yourself. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to subscribe to the channel, Dee-Lightful Wealth Creation, because on this channel, we're women 45 plus who are building a community of strong, wise women who are lifting each other up. I want you to comment below and share your money mistake or mistakes that you are willing to share with the community that you have made in the past and or presently, and what you're trying to do differently to make changes to transform your life today. And finally, I want you to download my free gift to you, the 7-day Financial Clarity Starter Kit. In just 10 minutes or less, you'll be able to get a snapshot of your financial picture. You'll know exactly what's coming in, what's going out, what your debt is, and having that information empowers you to be able to move on to the next step into your life, the next chapter, with confidence, to be able to create your plan and be intentional about how you're going to make changes to transform your life. Remember, ladies, your past does not define your future. Let's rewrite the story together. Until next time, take care.